A new bill is working its way to the Senate aimed at protecting children from harm online. It's called the Kids Online Safety Act, and it addresses a number of issues, including privacy, mental health, and excessive internet use. The bill has the support of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, who applaud it for prioritizing the health and safety of American children. Joining us now in the studio is Christine McComas, whose daughter was the victim of online bullying. Christine, thank you for joining us. First off, tell us a little bit about Grace's story.
Well, Grace is the third of our four girls, and she was a kid that was absolutely born happy. She was joyful, she was laughing all the time, extremely kind. And as time went by, she turned into a really active and gregarious teen who was doing all good things. She was a good student and, was doing good things through our church with community service and doing music and sports. And everything was going really well until a drug-assisted sexual assault at 14 was followed by malicious and dehumanizing cyberbullying. I mean, hate-filled, death-wishing, I don't even call it cyberbullying anymore. I call it cyber abuse because it's the abuse of children. And, this was 13 years ago. We lost her on Easter Sunday of 2012.
And first of all, I'm so sorry for your loss. It's unimaginable. Certainly social media makes our kids and even adults so vulnerable. I'd like to talk about the Kids Online Safety Act. Tell me a little bit about how you think that's going to help and what is that exactly?
Well, the Kids Online Safety Act, which we call COSA, is urgently needed. It will put common sense guardrails up that are not out there now, where it will turn off geolocation for kids. It will turn on the highest safety defaults at the beginning, from the moment things happen. It will allow kids to opt out of really damaging algorithms. And there's a lot of content that kids don't even necessarily go looking for, but it's pushed towards them. And that's because we now know that the whole business model of big tech and social media, we think it's free, but they're constantly collecting data. And so by the time a child is 13 years old, they've collected about 72 million data points on each kid. And in 2022 alone, they sold that to advertisers for $11 billion. And that's why nothing's changing. So COSA we can't wait anymore.
As community members, moms, dads, teachers, peers, what can we do ourselves to help protect our children?
Well, we have to keep talking about it. We have to be aware of the dangers. And from my point of view, you also have to, I've met too many people now that think it couldn't happen to them. And so they don't talk about it with their kids. For instance, sextortion. If you don't know what sextortion is, you have to find out what it is, and you have to have conversations with your children that they can always come to you. You have to have the conversations. I do think that we are seeing a great movement towards, giving phones later, if at all, and social media later, if at all. But the Kids Online Safety Act gives the parents tools to protect their children.
Well, Christine, I know how painful it has been for you, and you're very brave for speaking out. We wish you all the best, and I'm sure your work will help other children and their parents. Thanks for joining us.